Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Kill Count. Today I will be looking at Poltergeist, released in 1982. Poltergeist is about this family. Their daughter thinks she could hear shit from the TV. She ends up getting taken. So they have to find a way to get her back. But enough talking, let's get to those kills. The movie begins with this static TV playing. This little girl named Carol comes down and starts talking to the TV.
Talk loud, I can't hear you!
Then the rest of the family wakes up to this. Then it randomly just cuts away from that. We see this guy bringing beers for this football game at the family's house, but it gets switched to a different channel. That's because Steve's piece of shit neighbor is connected to his TV. After that, their son Robbie climbs this tree, while these two bury their dead chicken, and they buy Carol a fish. Robbie gets real scared of thunder and shit, and that freaky ash tree. Then they all go to sleep, but the parents are over here smoking weed and shit, and just start yapping about random shit, until Robbie comes in because he's scared of the thunder. So Steve goes in there and tells him a little trick.
When you see the lightning, you count till you hear the thunder. And that means the storm's moving away from us.
Then he leaves that shithole, but they still end up sleeping with them. Meanwhile, the TV switches to static again. This immediately wakes up Carol. She goes up to the TV, and this fucking ghost comes out. It travels through the wall, shaking the whole room, waking up everyone. The next day they chill, while Carol still watches that static shit. And their other daughter, Dana, gets basically harassed by this dude's Diana. Goes in the kitchen where she sees all the chairs pushed out. She fixes it and turns away, but it gets shocked to see this shit when she turns back around.
TV people.
Uh-huh.
So now she starts to believe Carol. Meanwhile, Steve's showing people houses to buy. And when he goes back home, Diana immediately tries to show him. She sets up this chair, and they watch as it's pulled away. Then Carol is also pulled away. Steve is really shocked to see this. After that, they go over to their neighbors higher than a motherfucker, asking if they've seen anything paranormal lately. Later that night, they talk about it. Meanwhile, that fucking tree busts in and takes Robbie. Their screams call the parents in immediately, and they go outside to save him. Meanwhile, shit just starts flying into the closet, and Carol is the only one in there, and it tries pulling her in too, but the parents busy trying to save this piece of shit. The closet gets too strong and eventually pulls Carol in there. They end up saving Robbie and go inside to not see Carol. They start searching the whole damn house for her, but obviously they can't find her. Robbie looks at the TV and hears her. So Robbie calls in Diana, and she figures out that Carol is stuck in the TV. So the next day, Steve look all fucked up, and he asks these professionals for help. So they go over there to check it out. They get freaked the fuck out from the room. Lesh says that this is Poltergeist, and it could end at any time. Later that night, they try to see what they could do. Carol starts talking to her mum from the TV. She says there's a light, and Diana tells her to stay away from it. Then they see this light coming from the sill and it drops some shit. Carol starts screaming for help, but they can't do nothing. Then this big-ass breeze hits them. They figure out that the closet is the key, and the professionals decide to stay the night and record. Lesh and Diana sit and talk for a bit, also sipping on that dark liquor. Then they all go to sleep, while these two stay up and watch. This dude said he's gonna get something to eat, but then he notices the meat starts moving and some bugs come out. Then he sips out the chicken full of maggots. Meanwhile, the camera picks up something moving. Then they both see this light, and that ghost thing shows back up. They all wake up from this, and now they see a whole bunch of lights. Then they all disappear again, and some fucking how they caught that on tape. Turns out it's a bunch of ghost people.
Where are they coming from? I don't know.
It cuts to the next day, where this little ass kid Robbie gets in a taxi to leave by himself. Then Lesh says she's gonna the tapes to the lab, and also says she's gonna bring more help. Meanwhile, Steve's boss shows up, and Steve says that he just has the flu because He looks like shit. His boss asks him to take a ride. They go up here to take a look at the new housing. He says that his new house could be up here, and they could somehow move the cemetery, but Steve says he don't know about that. Later that night, Lesh comes back over and brings her expert friend Tangina. She takes a look around for a bit, then goes upstairs. Steve has his disbeliefs, but Lesh says that she's professional, so Steve tries to talk to her with his mind.
I was trying to answer her with my mind.
And is surprised that it worked. After that, she holds Diana's hand and says her daughter is alive, but she's in danger. She says that something in there is pretending to be a kid, so it could trick Carol. So now they start up their plan, and Diana starts calling out to Carol. It doesn't work, so Steve has to step in. Then she finally starts talking. She tells Carol to go towards the light. Then they go into the room and see the light from the closet. They test it out by throwing those balls in there, and they come back, so Diana goes in there, and they throw the rope in. Diana gets tied to it, so she could get Carol and escape. Then she finally goes in. It takes a little while. Then they pull their asses out, but Diana and Carol are sleepy. So they quickly rush them to the bath to wake up, and they actually do, bro. And now they could finally move the fuck on, literally moving away. They pack up all their shit. But Steve says he has to go do this thing, so they have to wait at the house for the night. So later that night, Diana just chills and shit, while these two fight over a fucking $1 toy. Then Diana goes to take a bath, while these two both get ready to go to sleep. Robbie's still scared of that clown doll, but misses to throw the jacket on it. He tries to fall asleep, but he gets up to see that the doll is gone. He looks around, only to get fucking jump scared and choked out by the clown. Then it fucking pulls his ass under the bed. Meanwhile, something starts fucking with Diana, pulling her ass on the wall and dragging her across the ceiling. The closet opens back up, and Robbie starts screaming for his mum, but she can't get in the room. Then the ghost shows itself to her. She ends up falling down the starts and gets flown back and goes outside to scream for the neighbors. She falls in the pool, where we see two fucking dead people. Then this grave opens up, showing another one. Then two more also show up. She tries to climb her way out of there. Then finally the neighbors show up to help. She immediately runs inside to help the kids. But for some reason the hall looks so long, she finally goes in, almost fucking flying into the closet. Luckily she gets her kids out of there in time. Then Steve shows up completely fucking clueless. Then another grave opens, showing another one. Steve gets pissed at his boss because he built their house over a cemetery. Then like 4 fucking more graves open up. Steve and the family jump in the car and leave that bitch, and the whole fucking house gets destroyed. Then they go to a hotel, and the movie ends with Steve putting the TV out. I counted 10 deaths in this movie, and they're all unknown victims.